G'day friends and welcome back to Dante's Domain. We're here with a very exciting video. We are here preparing our next PSA submissions for January 2021. So we had our first ever PSA submission come back a couple of weeks ago now, and we had some very awesome results in it. So we're ready to jump straight back into it and send off another 10 cards to PSA. Now the first one which we're going to take a look at is going to be this Great Ape Marseille Primal Carnage. So one of the 3 secret rares from set 10, Rise of the Unison Warrior. We were lucky enough to pull this one ourselves as well in one of our openings, which you can probably go and find if you are intrigued in the matter. And yep, very clean looking card. When we opened this one up, we thought this one was a very good shot at a PSA 10, and I do believe that is the case. So we are going to put this one in a team bag and get this one ready for the submission. So this is going to be pretty exciting, just doing the preparation work today, making sure that all of these cards are minty boys and that they are the right cards that we are going to send off. Now the second card is going to be one which typically doesn't have too much value to it, but is one of my favourite cards and favourite secret rares in the Dragon Ball Super card game. I think this card looks beautiful. It is the distant descendant of Son Goku Jr. card, which is just all gold. You've got Gohan, top right there. You've got Goku, the little Goku Jr. in the bottom, and then Bardock and Goten as well. So very beautiful card. This was one of the ones which we managed to get off of TCG Player as well. The front looks very good from what I have seen so far. On the back, might be a little bit off center. You can see that this right border is a little bit larger than the left one, but other than that, doesn't seem to be too many marks or anything on the back of the card. So we are going to, once again, put this one back in the top loader, if we can even do that. It seems to be too much to ask today. Put this one back in the top loader. Oh my word, Dante. Dante having a miserable day apparently. And we're going to put this one in the team bag, ready to send off to the PS of A. Next up is one which I was very excited to include in this submission. It is the Arcane Absorption Majin Buu, one of the 2 secret rares from Destroyer Kings. And Destroyer Kings, when we opened it up, absolutely pummeled us in the face, but we managed to get our revenge by just going out and tracking this one down off of TCG Player. And I was shocked when I got this one off TCG Player, because it was a very good price for it, very good deal for what is a beautiful looking card, and the condition of it was just amazing. So we've got maybe a little bit of an indent up the top left. Actually, that is a lot easier to see now we have the clearer light on it. So a little bit of an indent up the top left, but the card itself is scratch free, good centering, and it will be interesting to see what PSA actually makes of that little mark, that little indent up the top left. So that one might come back as an 8 or a 9, but we're not too fussed about that one because it makes a nice kind of addition for the collection anyway. It's not one which we're looking at selling, so even if that one does miss the PSA 10, we're not too fussed about that one because it is just one for our collection there. So you can go off to the side, and then we'll get into another card which we have seen a fair bit of. It is going to be the Baby Hatchak Saiyan Destroyer. Now we managed to pull 2 of these from our Vermilion Bloodline openings, and I have not been able to pull one of these out of the top loader apparently. This one just doesn't want to go anywhere. There we go, made progress. So we got the Baby Hatchak, and out of the 2, this was the first one we pulled, which I thought looked in beautiful condition. Like you can see the front there, looks incredible. Very nice foiling actually. So kind of some of the secret rares haven't been as amazing as some of the older ones in recent sets, but this one is really not too bad, and it is in fantastic condition. So I think this is one of the stronger shots at coming back a PSA 10, and we do not want a little speck of dust in the penny sleeve when we send it off to PSA. So we'll get rid of that one. We will pop that one in the top loader, and we will get a team bag for him to join his new brothers in arms. What a fantastic song, by the way. Good old Dire Straits. Next we have 2 cards, which are the SS3 Gotenks Blazing Fusion, and this card has absolutely tanked in value ever since the Arasa reprint. If you don't know, what happened was they changed the text on the card. I can't remember if I think they misprinted it originally, and so they fixed it, and they released a non-foil version in promos to make it accessible, which I think is a fantastic idea, but it has really annihilated the value of the card, at least for now. So what we're doing is putting these 2 straight into team bags, because it's an alright card, but really not too concerned about what these ones come back as. We pulled one of these ourselves and purchased the other one, but we will just hope for the 10s, and if they don't come back as a 10, oh no, light play card. If they don't come back as a 10, then we will just accept it. Now the next one is the one that I would like to come back a 10 the most out of all of these. If you remember back when we opened up Rise of the Unison Warrior, there was one card which I was after. It was this SS4 Gogeta, and we pulled it in one of our first openings for Rise of the Unison Warrior as well. I think it's a beautiful looking card. I think this card in particular is also a beautiful looking card. Very, very good condition, very clean. Just no marks, no print lines, no scratches. I think this one is an excellent shot of the 10, and would definitely be one of the highlights, one of the personal favourites in my collection if it comes back a 10. And even if it doesn't, even if it's a 9 or an 8, we will still love our SS4 Gogeta nonetheless. And perhaps one day we'll even get a second one of these as well, because I am a massive fan of that card, and it hasn't jumped too much in value just yet. Next is going to be one of the most expensive cards in recent sets, and Broly has a kind of tradition of doing that. So we're going to take a look at this SS4 Broly from Vermilion Bloodline. I think it looks very, very nice. I think the foiling is probably the bit that lets it down. It's kind of a very two-dimensional card. I don't know what you're going to say. Dante, it's literally a piece of cardboard with an image on it. What do you expect? But when you look at like lots of the Universal Onslaught, Secret Rares and some other ones, they've got a little bit more texture to it as well. So even though this is a pretty nice looking card, I think the design could have been a little bit better. But we managed to pull this one. We actually pulled this one in our first box as well, which was awesome, of Vermilion Bloodline, our pre-release box number 1. So we had this one for a little while. I think it's a bit of a minty boy, and we're going to send this one away to hopefully get that 10. Now, we're going to turn the team bag the right way so we can manage to pop that one in. So team bag for Mr. SS4 Broly, and off to the side he goes. Let's take a look at this hit. Now, I've heard hit is a very, very hard signature card to grade, and obviously if you've been here for a little while, you know we did not pull anything good out of Assault Saiyans at all. So this was one of the ones we purchased off of a Facebook marketplace. I have not noticed any real scratching or anything wrong with the front of this card. I think it looks very, very clean and nice. Centering maybe is a little bit off center is the main thing I've noticed with this card. You can see this right border is bigger than that left one, but I don't know how much of an impact that will have in this. To be honest, especially after our last signature returns, where we got the 8 and the 9, I'm probably expecting something similar from this hit, but it is a card that I would love to have graded anyway. So if it gets a 10, that'll be amazing, but if it doesn't, we will be able to live with that, because hit isn't going anywhere from our collection anytime soon. Which leaves one more card, which is a beautiful card, one of my favorites in the collection, because I am a big fan of Trunks. I think he's an awesome character, and I think this is a very nice looking signature rare card. So let's take this one out, let's take a look at him. Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, Memories of the Past. Very, very beautiful card. Once again, also got this one from the Marketplace, the Facebook Marketplace group. And yep, once again, very, very clean looking front of the card. And the back from memory was also pretty good. So once again, centering is a little bit of an issue, but there's no real scratches or marks on the card. It's very clean, and I think the centering on this Trunks is slightly better than that hit one was. So that is going to be the final card for this submission. Once this one's in the team bag, we will do a little quick recap of the 10 cards which are going to be headed towards PSA for our January submission, and then we will just prepare and get these ones ready to send off. So hopefully we can have the same luck that we had last time, where we had over half of our cards came back as a 10. So we have the signature cards, the 2 signatures there, the hit and the Trunks. Very awesome Super Saiyan 4 action with the Broly and the Gogeta. These 2 SS3 Gotenks, which is, it's kind of cool secret rare, but kind of the value isn't very much there at all. The Baby Hatchak, this amazing looking Arcane Absorption, one of my favorites in the Distant Descendant Son Goku. And then the Great Ape Master Saiyan Primal Carnage, which is a bit of an underrated artwork really. It is a very nice looking card. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you've had any PSA submissions recently and how you went with them. But other than that, we will send these ones off and we will be back when these ones return. Obviously we'll be back before then, but we'll be back PSA wise when these ones return. Thank you very much for watching and have a fabulous rest of your day. Farewell.